back everyone to Skincare and Beauty with Percy Perkins, where I do a lot of unboxings, skincare and makeup tutorials, and I also do product reviews along the way. So today I am very excited. I just received my Tati Beauty Blendiful in the mail. Whew. I'm seriously really excited for this new tool, basically a new hybrid on a sponge. Basically, we got our sponges inside this cute little packaging. Very simple. It says Blendiful right here, and then it says Tati Beauty, and it says one Blendiful and one baby Blendiful. On the back it says no harsh lines XO Tati, and it actually gives you cleaning instructions, which one really neat thing that stuck out to me right away is that this is machine washable. I liked it because it makes it so easy to clean it, and you don't need any special products or treatments basically. A little tearaway on the side, so you can just open her up. Freshly sealed. Oh, look at these. This is our cute little baby sponge that's shaped as a heart. So this one is meant to be kind of like a blotter throughout the day or for some spot, touch-ups. So that's really neat. I personally like that because I do have my tiny little sponge, my Laura Mercier, the little mini. I do keep that when I know it's going to be a busy day. I keep that in my purse just to make sure. I am our big daddy. One of the things I've noticed that most people do are comparing it to their face. Look at that. It covers up more than half my face. It feels very cushiony right here. It's very bendy as well, and it's very soft. There's a little bit of a smell, like not bad, but kind of like it smells like the packaging basically. So one of the things that you typically want to do whenever you get a new beauty tool like brushes or sponges, you want to wash them before you actually start using it. I know it would be a bad idea if I washed it right now because it would be wet, but I actually have this It's Cosmetics Brush Bath Purifying Brush Cleanser. This is actually very gentle. It has no alcohol or anything like that. I think it'd be really good if I just spritz it a little bit just to make sure it's cleansed. I started using it more recently because it's easier to clean my brushes and they dry within seconds. But anyways, so I'm just so excited, you guys. So just in case you guys don't know, the Blendifuls are $18 for the 2-pack, which is actually very reasonable when you consider the fact that a beauty blender is $20 and most other like higher end sponges are well over $20 as well, especially when it's kind of like a nicer material. I've even seen some way more expensive than $20. And again, this is a very nice material, and like they said, it's something that's washable. I don't know how long it will last, but I'm curious. We will definitely do like an update monthly to let you guys know how it's going for usage and through the washes. So to get on going and start with my makeup, because I look very drab right now. I've done my skincare prep and I've done my brows, of course, because Tati said you could do pretty much everything. I'm going to start off with my primers, and I typically do 2 primers as well. I do a hydrating and I do a pore filling. So I'm going to start off with this one, which is the Touch and Soul Glassy Skin. I'm going to start off with the top corner. You guys can see that right here. That was quick and painless. So So next, I'm going to take the putty primer, so we'll try this out. Ooh, I might have gotten too much. I'm distributing it around my T-zone here. Good. Everything looks very nice. It looks very filled actually. I could see, like, especially on this side, that it's very filled when it comes to the pore filling. So that's great. Our foundation. So what I like to do with my thicker foundations, which I want to use the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie, I always mix it with an oil or a serum. And I'm going to use today the Wonder Beauty Glow Ahead Oil. So I typically take 2 to 3 pumps. I think that was 2.5 right here. And this is 3 little drops of this oil. And I just mix it with my finger. Typically, I always dab it on my skin and then I use my brush. So let's see how this goes. So I'm going to use the same corner that I did my primer. So I definitely feel I put too much product because it's taking a lot longer to disperse. I should have just done, like, started off with 1 pump maybe. I will say for me, because my hands are kind of small, it's kind of awkward to use it, so I have to have it basically folded at all times. The only area I'm seeing a little bit of a tug, I guess you could say, or difficulty is my under eyes right now. I'm going to go in with concealer anyway, so hopefully it fixes it. But I'm about to be 35, so I do have, you know, wrinkles and fine lines there, and that's where it's becoming difficult. So I think that's going to be the biggest testament is, like, is this going to work for someone with more mature textured skin? Now I'm going to go with my Milani Conceal and Perfect in shade 110 Nude Ivory. And again, you guys, I am trying to do this almost exactly what I would typically do on a normal day with my brushes and regular sponges. So I'm not trying to change up my routine basically for the sponge. So I'm going to bend it just like Tati, and I'm going to use the same side I have my foundation because I would typically do that with the sponge anyways. I'm going to switch the sponge to a clean side because I'm still having issues. So what I'm noticing right now, if you could look right here, this side I did it once I flipped it to a new clean side, and it looks pretty decent in comparison to this side, because I had used the same side which I applied my foundation and primer. So maybe just for reference, you guys, don't try to use basically one corner for more than 2 products. It might not work. So I'm going to have to go back with a little bit more concealer to blend it out nicer, because it looks pretty patchy right now. Tap it a little bit. I'm just adding just a smidge more. So even with adding a little bit more product, I am noticing I'm having more difficulty. I went back to tap out like a little fine line that I had seen right here, and it started lifting the product. So basically you got one shot on your under eye area, and once that's done, you're not getting your shot back, because this one just, it looks pretty blotchy in my opinion. I want to go in with all my cream products first before I set my face, basically, just to make sure there's no issues. I'm going to start off with my cream contour, and today I'm going to use my Smashbox, the Studio Skin Shaping Foundation, but I'm only using the sculpting side because I really like that. The foundation I do not like. Typically, I like applying it directly on and blending it out. So I'm going to roll it up just like Tati did and start blending. And I'm doing kind of like a pressing and roll motion. So I'm noticing the press and roll is actually so far the nicest, because when I was tapping it, it doesn't do much. Definitely have to say I like it for contouring. I will say there will be a little bit of a learning curve with this, because you have to figure out how to hold it, maneuver it, and things like that. It's not as easy to jump into something like this. So it will get a little bit, it will take a little bit to get used to, in my opinion. And that's that. In all honesty, I did watch a few other videos because I wanted to see how they were using it and handling it. So also, again, I have tiny little kid hands. In my opinion, I literally could use kid gloves. So my hands, it's a little bit harder for me to hold it, the full thing. There's just a little bit of excess product on the Blendiful, so I'm going to try to see if it does anything. There wasn't a lot, but it was just enough. I do like it so far. Again, the only area I'm having issues with so far is my right under eye. So, because I've seen others with powder products, I'm going to use my Make the Make powder because it has a larger pan. And I'm just going to use it to bronze up a little bit more. Here's the color. So I'm going to just kind of, just did the swiping motion. That might have been too much. So I'm just trying to blend it out right now with the corner that has minimal product. definitely warmed up my skin very nicely. So far, it looks so pretty, you guys. Like, again, the only area is my under eyes. I don't like my right side, and you can even look in the, you can even see the difference. This looks more matte and no life, and this side looks nice and dewy. So next, you guys, is another new product. This is actually from Hank and Henry. This is his cream blush sticks. So I felt that it was very fitting that I use it in this video, since Tati does love Henry's products, and these are brand spanking new. She probably hasn't even seen them yet. So I'm going in with Bebe Rosa. Look at that packaging. And it has the little owls in the front, on the top of the head, and of course the name here. Look at this cute pink moment. It's so pretty. I go straight on. I typically always run my blush on my cheeks, my nose, and my forehead. I'm going to use this side. So this is blending out, of course, very nicely. Just so you guys know, my eyes are creasing like crazy right now. But I'm going to apply a little bit more of the blush. I want a super rosy pink moment. Before everything falls apart, because my eyes are just getting worse and worse. Now it's this one too, because when I went back to tap out my crease, it just became a mess. I'm going to go in with my Pretty Vulgar Mad About It powder. I don't use that much powder, so I just want to make sure I set my area. I'm going to use this side, only too much. And they just tapped off the excess that way. Now I'm tapping the rest, setting the rest of my face. Now that I've powdered my face, I'm going to really lock it in and set myself with Slay All Day from George Cosmetics X Rich Luxe here on YouTube, and I'm going in with Dreamsicle. So I almost forgot highlighter, you guys. I'm going to use a little bit of my Hank and Henry Jewel Thief. This nice kind of golden tone. I'm going to use the back side of this and just lightly press it. Did a nice job with the highlighter. Look at that. Boom. Alright, now that my face is done, I'm going to get off camera just really quick, fix my brows, and put some lip color to this face and I will come back with my final thoughts to you guys. Alright, you guys, and I'm back. I just put some liner to open up my eyes a bit because I feel gross in my eye area, and of course some lipstick to, you know, kind of complete my face before I have to leave my house. So my final thoughts. I feel so bad. So, the Tati Beauty Blendiful. So here's the thing, you guys. My under eye area, and I'm going to post a picture right here of close-up, is crap. Typically, my under eye area doesn't look like this at all. Try a new product, but these are all products I've been using for quite some time. I was fully hydrated and moisturized before I even started. I mean, you guys saw me beaming basically beforehand, and my under eye area is disgusting. So for the face, this is great, unless you have beautiful flawless skin. But I would say for anyone over 30, over 40 and above, this is not for you guys, because this, if you don't have beautiful, perfect skin, basically, that's the way I'm seeing it. Once you have texture and wrinkles, this is just not going to work for us. So I don't even see this working for me for much, much longer. I have the most, of course, wrinkles in my under eye area. I do have some forehead wrinkles as well. But my under eyes, that's my issue. With my regular sponge and my brush, I can get it accomplished where it's not so pronounced, basically, to everyone that my eyes are creepy. And typically, if I had sprayed with my setting spray, it would have actually given me a little bit more life to blend it out even more with the sponge. And with this, I wasn't able to even do that. It actually, all it did was start lifting the product here. I had a little wrinkle or a fine line basically that kind of lifted, so I wanted to just tap it out a little bit, and it lifted the product. This side, oh my gosh, it's ugly in my opinion. Luckily, I'm only having to go to the grocery store today and pick up my coffee. Otherwise, I would have been redoing my entire face just because of my under eye area. You know, I'm just so torn. I would say this gets an 8 out of 10. Let's put it that way. This gets an 8 out of 10 because you could get your face done very nicely. It will take time to get used to this because you have to bend it and shape it and the way you handle maneuvers. So it is going to take some time to get used to that. So it's a learning curve. But when it comes to like anyone with mature skin and texture, I sadly have to say stay away from the Tati Beauty. It's just, you know, I mean, I think that's why they kept on saying pore filling, smooth, you know, no harsh lines. I mean, shit, imagine if your skin has harsh lines already, you know, that means it's just not going to work for us, which I'm kind of bummed. I will definitely continue to use this, and I'll keep you guys updated as I use it. Definitely excited to try it for my contouring because it actually blended so nicely, and I did like that quite a bit. Foundation, I have to give it another go as well with that because where I apply too much product, but overall my foundation looks pretty freaking good. It's just my concealer, it's like, oh my gosh, it looks ugly. And for women, our under eyes, that's like the tail of all lies basically, and that's the one area, in my opinion, I don't want people to see and notice from a mile away. So I'm on the fence, you guys. I will do an updated video maybe in about 2 weeks. Let's give myself 2 weeks to keep on playing with it and seeing how this goes, seeing what tips and tricks work better. But for my first impression, it's an 8 out of 10. I don't think this is suitable for anyone with mature texture skin. Again, my under eye area is just complete wreck, and you know, we already have wrinkles and fine lines, and it says no harsh lines. That means it's not for us. Because I don't want to have an expensive ass powder puff, boom, 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 you know. I'm sorry, Tati. It's just, I love Tati so much. I would have never thought I would have hated or disliked. Again, this is like a love-hate kind of situation, because I love it for like most of my face, but I hate it for my under eyes, which typically I would have wanted the product to be able to do it, you know. But anyways, so please let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about the Blendiful, if you guys got it. If not, if you haven't gotten it, are you still considering buying it after watching my video? And again, they are still available. They weren't sold out. They said they made supplies for months, so that's cool. But anyways, thank you guys all so very much for joining me today. I do greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Please remember to hit that subscribe button, because I forgot to mention it in the beginning. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.